Hello everyone and welcome to the Starbound 1.3 update. Today I'm going to be talking about it, showing you what's in the update, how to get started immediately, and basically make you guys pros before you even start playing it. So let's get right into the video and hope that you enjoy it. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is probably the first thing you guys are going to see, and that is the navigation screen. As you can see, it's a lot more clean, it's cooler looking, and more user-friendly as well. We've got our boot marks in the top left corner, so you can get to them really easily. You can go to your ship really quickly when you're navigating about with the navigation button, and you can open a little waypoint tab as well. Most of the navigation will be done through the little magnifying glass in the bottom left corner, and left clicking and right clicking to go between the planets. Right clicking will send you off to the planet, left click will just select it. So what you guys probably want to know, if you haven't found out already, is how to get your mech. So you're going to go to the outpost, you're going to go down to the right, or right and then down, and in there you're going to find a penguin, and he's going to have a few little workshop things. And if you do the penguin's first mission, I believe it could be 2 missions, you're going to unlock your mech. Now the missions are generally pretty easy. It's kind of just teaching you how to move your mech around and how to shoot and all the kind of basic controls, and then he'll give you one. Once you've got your mech, you can use the 2 little workshops on the right. One will allow you to switch out weapons and the color of your mech, and then the other one will actually allow you to make upgrades. So as you do missions for the penguin, you're going to get a few little upgrades, and then when we get to the actual mech kind of exploration, you will actually find more as well, but I'll get into that a little bit later. So the next mission from the penguin is actually more to do with your character than the mech itself. Basically, he's going to have you go out and use your character to beat his shopkeep little mech thing, and once you beat it, you actually get another unlock. So just make sure you're on a somewhat progressed character and you have decent armor and weapons. It will probably be pretty easy for most people to do. And then the next penguin mission is to do with your mech. Maybe you're going to actually have to have a somewhat upgraded mech to do it if you're not very comfortable with actually controlling your mech, but it will give you another unlock at the end. So it's probably worth doing if you're trying to give yourself a bit of a head start, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. In Starbound, there's a few systems in place for people's colonies. One of the biggest ones that people take advantage of is that on the higher threat level planets, you get better rewards from your colonists. Now, if you apply that exact same principle to your mechs, it's almost identical. When you go to a higher threat planet, or like star system, and then go to a high threat level zone for your mechs, at the end of it, you're going to find chests or like a little dungeon area which you go through with your player, and you're going to find better upgrades for your mech. Obviously, you're going to find parts as well, so you can purchase these upgrades, and you're probably going to have to kill quite a few enemies as well to get the resources you need for these upgrades, but that is how you do it. So what I recommend is, for most people, when you've got your early mech, you're going to have to go to those low star zones. I know it's not going to be fun. And do the lower threat level ones to try and build your way up to the end tier. It's not going to be too bad. It's quite fun to use your mechs, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, but that's the general way of upgrading your mechs. So just to show you what I meant in the previous clip, even though at the end of some of these there isn't a dungeon, you can still find these chests like attached to asteroids, I guess, and those will also contain upgrades. So don't get disheartened if you don't see a dungeon at the end, and where that little green waypoint is showing you, you can in fact still get the upgrades. So a big thing that people have been looking forward to, and I've been looking forward to myself, is the creation of your own space station. So what you're going to be looking for on your navigation map is an area with a threat of none. Now this particular one is an electronic station, and I know that from here I'll be able to unlock my space station. Now once you fly into the station, you get out and you have a walkabout. I recommend, you know, scouring the full station, picking up as much stuff as boxes as you can, because these are generally resources to upgrade your mech further. It's free stuff, take advantage of it. But in a location on the station, you're going to find a woman with a quest, and if you take the quest and you hand it back in when you've got the resources you need for it, she's going to give you an item, and this item you use to make your own station. So once you have this item, all you have to do is left click it in your hotbar, and it's going to allow you to pick where you want your station, the name of it, and the description. And from there, you can just travel to it like a normal planet and upgrade it. So there's a ton of things you can actually do with the station. Obviously, you can expand it right, left, up, or down. It's up to you. You get to design it, which I think is pretty awesome. But here's a really big tip for you. Make sure that you have the rail object on your station, because you're going to want to make that new elevator which you can use a control. Make sure you get stoppers as well. The first time I didn't put stoppers down, but when you make a vertical shaft up or down, you're going to want to have this handy and ready to go so you can actually navigate your station and continue to build it. You're probably going to want to have some blocks on you as well, because you can't reach the top part of the station that easily, and it just makes your life a hell of a lot easier if you can just give yourself a bit of leverage on a block, and then you can upgrade your station vertically. I'm going to move on to a few minor changes, which I actually think are big changes. I don't know why they weren't listed as big, but it's kind of huge. Asteroids now no longer have gravity, which means you probably are going to need your mech to navigate it. Now, as much as this could seem as a hindrance to a few people, it's pretty awesome. Firstly, what I'm going to show you is how you get to the asteroid field. So what most people probably don't know is on the navigation menu, you can right-click anywhere. You don't have to just right-click on the planets. You can fly around the navigation menu in your ship, and then you basically fly into an asteroid field. I know it sounds kind of dangerous, but you fly into it, and then on the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see this little deploy mech icon. You click it, and you deploy your mech in the asteroid field. Now, again, because it has no gravity, you kind of want to be careful, because if you go out of your mech, you're going to eventually float off into the distance. But if you've got a mining drill on your mech, I've got the advanced mining drill. When I mine, it's pretty quick, but if you look at the resources I'm getting at the bottom of the screen, it is an incredible amount of resources. It's an absolute ton, in fact, and on the better asteroids, or the higher threat generated ones, I could see people just getting all the resources and ores they need to build and just have a really good time with it. And it's another way of getting resources, and I've always said with Starbound, I like how there's a lot of different ways of getting it, and this is just another one to the pile. And another kind of major change is that, unfortunately, you know, the unlimited fuel thing with colonists, they have fixed it. Basically now, the colonists only give a set amount of upgrades. They don't just keep upgrading forever until you have unlimited fuel. And yeah, it kind of sucks for us, but we all knew it was coming, and here it is. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully I covered all the things you wanted to know with the 1.3 update. I know I put in a few minor things, which I guess a few people may not have done, but I think they're big. I think they're big changes of the asteroid field, and I think it's going to be good. Now, I don't usually do this, but if you are new to the channel, I would really encourage you to hit that subscribe button and potentially like the video. It does help a lot, and I'd really like to start building up the channel again. There's a few links I'm going to leave on screen for like my Twitter and other things I've got going at the moment. I don't think the annotations work all that well, so I'll put the link in the description, because YouTube have changed a few things with how you do the outros now. They're kind of a bit more restrictive, I guess. But that is everything. I appreciate you guys coming and watching the video. Hopefully I did cover everything, and I didn't miss anything too important. And yeah, that's everything. See you guys in the next one.